Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today I have a lovely stretch and strength flow for you. So without further ado, come straight through to child's pose, your version. Knees can be apart or knees can be together. But when you're there, really make an intention, set an intention as to how you're going to move today. So careful placement of the hips back towards the heels, a real depth as you come with the chest close to the earth, and then stretch out your fingers. Let your forehead release down or onto the earth. Let your shoulders release side to side. And let the forearms the upper arms become nice and heavy, so that you really feel the shoulders go left to right. And then settle into a nice breath, in and out through the nose. Close your eyes. Feel your head really release on or towards the earth. Tag a little bit of weight into the hips, so the hips gently sink back. And then let the breath just flow. Imagine that breath travelling all the way down the spine, right to the tailbone. And then the breath travelling back up from the tailbone all the way up the spine. And then here the breath might naturally deepen. And then maybe as the breath naturally deepens, you find places that you can tag a little bit more weight into, places that you can soften or expand into. Perhaps you stretch the fingers just a little bit more to the top edge of your mat. Maybe you turn the corners of your mouth up for that nice gentle smile. And then slowly you can start to discover how the body's feeling today. What places in the body need space? What places in the body maybe need support today? And then we're going to drop a little intention. You're going to move in a way that supports the body or perhaps creates that space. You can ask yourself how you're going to do that. It might just be as simple as reducing the range of the shape of the posture. Perhaps dropping a knee or using your hands. For example, here in child's pose, if the forehead doesn't come down to the earth and you're starting to feel that this shape isn't right for you, what happens if you bring the hands to fists and use them as a soft pillow for your forehead? So whatever you need to do today to support your practice, to make your practice your own, to do something that really serves your body today. Forgetting all those picture perfect postures that we might see, and going entirely with sensation rather than the shape. So just a couple more breaths here, seeing if we can loosen the mind, invite the breath to become a little deeper. And then seeing if you can keep the eyes closed through this next transition, but press every single fingertip into the mat. Connect to your centre, so draw your tummy in and up, and moving from that place into a nice tabletop position. Moving with the breath. Wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips, and the glance is straight down, thinking about the shoulders away from the ears, spreading the fingertips nice and wide, letting the pointing fingers point right up to the top edge of your mat, so you find a little bit of outer rotation on the arms here, so the elbow points shine forward, but they're nice and soft, we're not locking the elbows out. And then from here, just find a movement in the hips that feels really good. So perhaps a side to side movement, perhaps a figure of 8 movement. Just letting the movement become nice and natural and moving with the breath. Seeing if you can keep your shoulders pretty much where they are. Don't let the movement travel up to the shoulders just yet. Just letting that movement through the hips start to warm up through the lower body. Moving with intention. What feels good here? How can you find that support? How can you find that space? Lovely. Then let the lower body become nice and still, and then move the shoulders about however feels good. You might let that movement go up and down into the elbows, finding a real free movement here. And then maybe coming up off one hand and moving through the wrists and the fingertips, and then taking that over to the other side, taking a few moments just to feel any stiffness, any popping from your body, just starting to warm up. And then we're going to go through cat-cow. So dropping the belly on an inhale, and then exhale round through. In and out through the nose. Perhaps you pause here for just a moment, loosening off any tightness, and on your next inhale drop the belly, chest shine forwards. Again, perhaps you stop here, finding any movement that feels right, and then on the next exhale, cat pose. Again, take it with your own time. Perhaps if it feels right to keep this movement fluid, then carry on with that. If it feels right to pause, work out any tightness, do so. Just make sure you're moving with the breath. Lovely, one more cow. And then one more cat. Really make the most of this. And stay in cat here. Just for a little bit longer. And then as you come back through to tabletop position, find a nice extension through the back, through the neck. We're going to curl the toes under. And before we go anywhere, before we move, find a little bit of connection with all of the toes and your mat. So pressing through the big toe right into the little toe. Every single toe has a place on your mat here. Shoulders away from the ears, tummy draws in. And then on an inhale, let the knees hover off of the mat, keeping that back nice and straight. Starting to warm up through the upper body, the core. Maybe you're starting to feel it in the legs. Lovely, deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly peel all the way up to down dog. Hips go skyward, knees are nice and soft. Fingertips still into the mat. Perhaps you work out the heels here, bending the knees. The neck is loose. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly release. Let the knees hover off of the mat again. Strength. Shoulders away from the ears. A lovely long line from crown of head to tail. Lovely, deep breath in. Exhale, all the way back up to down dog. Find your stretch. Hamstrings, glutes, calves, perhaps the bottom of the feet. Drawing the lower ribs down, navel in, hips up. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, release, knees hover above the mat. Strength. And if you need to at any point, you need to come off and just take a moment, find that time. Beautiful, deep breath in as you exhale, all the way up, down dog. Find something that feels really good here. We're not in any rush. We're working through the body. Lovely, deep breath in as you exhale, knees hover. Now just take a moment here. Shoulders are away from the ears. The elbows are nice and soft. We're pressing into every single fingertip. We're pressing into every single toe. Deep breath in. As you exhale, all the way up, down dog. Work out what you need to work out here. Lovely, deep breath in. As you exhale, release all the way down to tabletop position. Big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat, and then walk your hands just a little bit forward. Press into every single fingertip, glance to the top edge of your mat, and then nice and active, wide child's pose. So we're going to lift the palms off of the mat, just ever so slightly, making a little tent with your fingertips. The chest is going to release down to the earth, but we're going to keep that glance up to the top edge of the mat. A nice active child's pose here. So you'll feel the arms starting to work. Maybe the shoulders as you peel them away from the ears. Just catch your breath. If you need to release down at any time, feel free to. Remember your practice. So take what you need from today. Maybe you get a little movement going through the hips side to side. In actual fact, that's really quite nice. Lovely. Then everyone's going to look forward. You're going to move forward through tabletop. Hands are going to come flat onto the earth. Knees are going to stay wide. Chest is going to lift towards the top edge of the mat. Big toes still to touch, but the hips are going to drop. So think kind of cobra here. Nice stretch through the front body, shoulders away from the ears. Try not to cause any tension here, letting the hips drop. A nice stretch in the hips, inner thighs, front of the body. Beautiful, deep breath in. As you exhale, move back through to that active child's pose. Lovely, chest drops, glances up towards the top edge of the mat. Work out any kinks in the body that you need to work out. Be with the breath, and then deep breath in. As you exhale, move through tabletop, palms go flat, hips drop, chest lifts. This time you might take a look up towards the sky. Shoulders away from the ears, but we're not causing any tension or stress here. Deep, deep breath in. Full exhale. Deep breath in again. And then as you exhale, come through to tabletop position. Knees are going to go together. Toes are going to curl under. We're going to walk our hands back so we're sitting on our heels. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Hands release to the thighs, palms up, shoulders away. And close the eyes. Ask yourself again, have you found any places that need support today? Have you found any places that need space? And if you have, how are you working with that? Beautiful. Now slowly, slowly, you're going to come onto the tops of your feet. Hands are going to clasp behind the back. Draw the knuckles down and away. Open through the chest. Big reach with the chest forward, the knuckles down, the chin is ever so slightly lifted. Deep breath in again, and then as you exhale, release down to child's pose, knees together. If it's right in your body, knuckles are going to reach up towards the sky. If the palms are together, great, but you can square the wrists off here. You might be able to get just a little bit more room in the body. And if this isn't for you today, you can rest your hands on your lower back or down to the earth. Lovely, one more deep, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, moving from your center, lift all the way back up. Release, hands to the thighs, palms face up, shoulders release away from the earth. Beautiful. Keep the eyes closed, just observe what's happening in the body. And then from here, we're going to come back to tabletop position. Take the knees wide once more. Big toes to touch. Left hand is going to move under that left shoulder. Right hand is going to open up here. Big open up to the sky or wherever your hand reaches. Deep breath in here, then exhale, thread through. Just a stretch to begin with. And then inhale, rewind, take it all the way back up. Exhale, thread it through. Beautiful. Last one. Big reach on your inhale. Exhale, thread it through. This time, let that right shoulder, right ear come down to the earth. Your left hand can stay here as a frame, or if you want a little bit more today, we can take that left hand to the lower back, palm facing out, open through the shoulder. If you want a little bit more today, see if you can take that left hand and let it reach for the right hip crease. And then close your eyes. Lovely, one more breath. And then place that left hand down. Use that hand, the left hand, to press you all the way back up. Right hand comes under the right shoulder. And this time left hand opens all the way up, noticing the difference on the sides. Exhale, post it through. Inhale, rewind, big reach. Exhale, post it through. Lovely, inhale, big reach, last time. Exhale, post it through, settle down, left ear, left shoulder, all the way to the earth. Reach with that left fingertips. Right hand can stay as a little frame, or it can reach all the way up and over, palm faces out on the lower back, or it can reach towards that left hip crease. Opening up the chest towards the sky a little bit more. Now close your eyes. Does your body need anything here? Do you need to make the shape a little bit smaller? Do you need to reduce off of that bind ever so slightly with the right hand? Lovely, one more big breath. And then exhale, right hand down to the earth. Use that hand to come all the way back up, knees back under hips, and you're going to release all the way down to your tummy. Lovely, forehead kisses the earth. Now bring your feet together. Squeeze the thighs together, forehead down to the earth. You're going to take your fingertips off of the mat, just the fingertips onto the earth. Wrists are roughly under shoulders, and wrists are roughly under elbows, and elbows are roughly in line with the shoulders. Now keep your chin tucked. Deep breath in as you slowly press into the fingertips. Open the chest towards the top edge of the mat and then lift the chin ever so slightly. Shoulders slide down the back body. Beautiful. Deep breath in again. Exhale, release. Roll down the front body. Forehead kisses the earth. Take a round of breath. Then when you're ready, inhale, roll up, chin tuck till that very last moment. Perhaps you come up a little bit higher here, maybe you don't. Deep breath in, exhale, release. We've got one more time. Only take it to the point of what feels good in your body. If you need to flatten your hands to get up a little higher, let the palms release down to the earth. Deep breath in as we roll all the way up. Maybe you manage to straighten the elbows this time. Lifting the belly away from the earth, and if you're still small, cool, stay with that. One more deep breath in here, and then exhale, release. Beautiful. Tuck your toes under, bring your hands back under your shoulders, come back through tabletop position. You can either go to child's pose here, or tuck your toes under and lift all the way up to down dog, where you're going to pedal out. You've got a few rounds of breath here. So again, working into any places that have now appeared a little bit tighter than you first thought. Maybe you play with straightening the legs a little bit more and lifting the hips higher, letting the chest release towards the thighs. Perhaps you play with softening the elbows and letting those shoulder blades round. Perhaps you're just craving that moment of stillness. Lovely, 2 more breaths. And then wherever you are, you're going to make your way to the top edge of your mat, where you land in a nice forward fold. And then lift your toes, spread your toes. Look at your toes as you spread them. See how much space you can get between each toe. Perhaps you let the hands hang here. Perhaps you clasp the opposite elbow to opposite hand. Perhaps you bend the knees generously. All little things you can do. Listen to your body. And then when you're ready, slowly roll all the way up. When you're there, do what you need to do to make any adjustments to become fully present again. Shoulders slide down the back body, close the eyes, just taking a moment. Beautiful, then hands to heart. Lift your sternum up towards the thumbs, let the shoulders drop down, lift the crown of the head. And without worrying too much about where the foot's going, you're just going to slide it back. Let the toes open in the direction of the top left corner, so we're taking the left foot back. Toes open towards the top left corner. And then we're just going to easily open the arms, warrior two. So taking a moment here, making sure that that front ankle and front knee are in alignment. The back leg is nice and strong, so you're pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. And fingertips reach here. Slide the shoulders down. Let the tailbone just loosen off just a little bit. You're not gripping through the toes, so you could lift the toes and still feel really strong in this position. And then we're going to get a little bit of movement going here. So a full deep breath in and a full exhale, maybe sink a little bit deeper. And then your next inhale, arms are going to reach up overhead, front leg is going to straighten. Exhale, sink back to warrior two. Take your time, inhale, straighten the front leg. Hands kiss above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Warrior two, not forward fold. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, sink. Lovely, one more time. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, sink down. Just settle in here to warrior two just for a moment. Legs are nice and strong. Tummy's drawing in, lower ribs drawing down. Crown of the head nice and long. Lovely. Last time. Big inhale, big reach, and you're going to stay there. Front leg straight, hands above the head. Then you're going to turn that right toe in. So now both toes are slightly facing in. The legs are quite wide here, and you might need to readjust as you come down. If you need to take the legs closer or further away, feel free to do so. Deep breath in as you reach, and then exhale, take up space. Big reach with the hands. You're going to come to a forward fold. Soften the knees if you need to. Meet your appropriate edge here. Maybe you stop halfway with the fingers on the earth or on a book or on cushions or a side table. Maybe you take it a little bit lower, palms release, perhaps the crown of the head releases towards the earth. Maybe you're playing with walking your hands back in line with the instep of your feet. But wherever you are, just find a place that feels good rather than trying to meet the ultimate shape. Couple of rounds of breath here in this lovely calming position. And then we're going to bring our left hand under our nose. It's probably going to be slightly off of the mat. We're going to press our weight into that hand, so we lift away from the floor ever so slightly. Right hand is going to open up to wherever you feel that you can go. You're working on stacking the shoulders, but if you're here, that's fine. Just make sure you're pulling the shoulders back, the tummy's drawing in. Big reach with that right hand. And if you want a little bit more, right hand can release, palm facing out towards the lower back, or reaching for that left hip crease once more, and then dial your heart up towards the sky. Beautiful breathe. If you're in this bind, right hand can reach towards the sky again. Deep breath in and then exhale, release. From here, tuck your chin, bend your knees, roll all the way up. Hands reach up overhead, they kiss. And then you're going to pivot on that left foot. So the left foot opens up to the back edge of your mat now. And then open up, warrior two. So press into the back edge of that foot. Press into that front foot, lift the toes to make sure you're not gripping on the toes. Loosen off the tailbone. Tummy draws in, lower ribs draw down. And then we'll get into that movement again. Big inhale, big reach up. Exhale, release. Lovely, inhale, big reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Lovely, inhale. Really move with the breath. Last time. And pause here in warrior two. Fingertips left to right. Tailbone tucking under, pressing into the feet, pressing into the outer edge of the feet as well. And then inhale, big reach up, straighten that front leg, turn the left toes back in, and then take up space. Exhale, forward fold. How does it feel the second time round? What do you need to support your body in this shape? Do you need to back off the pose? Do you need to bend the knees even? What's happened to the breath? Lovely, then right hand comes under your nose, press the floor away. So you've got a nice lift through the chest, through the shoulder, we're not collapsing into the shoulder. And then left hand opens all the way to the most comfortable point. Big stretch through the fingers here. And then if you want that bind, palm opens out. You can either take it to the lower back or reach for that right hip crease. And then heart shines up towards the sky. Lovely, breathe. Remember, lots of options if you don't like the bind. And then wherever you are, big inhale to reach that left hand all the way up. Exhale, release it all the way down to the earth. Tuck your chin, bend your knees, roll all the way up. Hands to the heart, bring your feet together, then step to the top edge of your mat. Shoulders release, lift the sternum. Then from here, hands interlaced behind the body. If you can remember which thumb you put on top last time when we was in child's pose, see if you can do the opposite thumb this time. Draw the knuckles down and away, open through the chest, lift the chin, draw the shoulders down, draw the knuckles down and away. Deep, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold if it feels right in your body, and let the knuckles travel all the way up and over the body. Soften the knees if you need to. Tuck the chin. Lovely, deep breath in. Then as you exhale, with control, let the hands release all the way down to the earth. Plant the palms. Step back to down dog. You've got 3 rounds of breath here, so do what you need to do. Last round of breath. And on your next exhale, with control, slowly, slowly release the knees all the way down to the earth. Swing your legs around. We're going to come to a seat, and legs are going to go wide. So when I say that legs are going to go wide, you decide how wide. You know, if you want to get your legs to each corner of the mat, that's fine, but see what it feels like if you bring them in just a little bit. Again, finding that support within your own body. Flex the toes up towards the face, let the shoulders roll down the back. Deep, deep breath in as left hand reaches all the way up towards the sky. Plug the shoulder in. Then right hand is going to come to the left thigh. Deep breath in again, and then as you exhale, take a tip towards your right, a nice side bend here. keeping the left ear up towards the left upper arm. Then see if you can dial your heart up towards the sky. Let the glance go up towards the sky here as well. Pressing the thighs, the calves, the heels into the floor. Lovely deep breath in, exhale, release. Right hand goes all the way up to the sky. Left hand to the right thigh. Deep breath in as you stretch a little higher. Exhale, side bend to the left. So find a place that feels good. Then you can dial the heart up towards the sky, pressing glutes, thighs, calves, heels into the earth. Beautiful deep breath in. Then as you exhale, release. Use your hands to bring your feet, your legs together. Flex the toes up towards the face, a nice steeple grip with the hands here, shoulders away. From your core, you're going to roll all the way down to your back. Keep that smile on your face, take it easy. When you're there, hands to the side, palms facing down. Bring your shoulders together so you get a nice little lift in the heart to begin with. And then you're going to bend one knee, then the other, feet hip point apart. Just lift your tailbone here so the lower back goes nice and flush into the earth. Shoulders are still together here. The chin is ever so slightly tucked. Take a deep breath in. When you're ready, slow roll all the way up to a nice bridge. Your position of bridge today. So if you're looking for something soft and easy, find that. If you're looking for strength, see if you can lift your hips a little higher. Squeeze the shoulders together. Imagine you're squeezing a block in between your knees. So you've got that nice neutral position running through the feet, the knees, the hip points. Press into the feet, lift the hips a little higher, use your hands here, and then that little bit more, tip the pubic bone up towards the belly, feel the quads start to work here, beautiful, breathe. And then slowly release all the way down. When you're there, let the knees drop over to the left. Notice how the body's feeling, any sensations within the body. Lovely, then let the knees roll all the way up and over to the other side. Lovely, back to centre. Hug the knees into the tummy just for a moment. Make any movement that you need to make with the feet, with the toes. Let the shoulders be heavy. And then when you're ready, extend both your legs. Find a little bit of space in between your feet, and then let the palms release down next to your body, palms facing up. Again, a little bit of space between your hands and your body. Shoulders release down, close the eyes. Visualize that breath travelling all the way down to your spine. And then travelling all the way back up. So inhale, that breath travels down the spine, right to the tailbone. And then on the exhale, the breath travels from the tailbone right up through the spine. Let the breath naturally deepen. Let the body begin to soften into the earth. Feel that support from the earth beneath you. On your next inhale, inhale for 3, 2, 1, and hold the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now breathe your own natural rhythm. Relax your toes. Relax your heels, your ankles. Relax the whole of the feet. Relax your calves, your shins, your knees, your thighs. Relax the whole of the leg. Relax your hip joints. Relax your glutes. The whole of the pelvis relaxed. Relax your tummy. Your lower back. Relax your upper back. Relax your chest and your heart. The whole of your spine, the back body and the front body are relaxed. And now relax your shoulders, your upper arms and elbows. Relax your lower arms. Both arms completely relaxed. Now relax your wrists, your palms all the way through to every single fingertip. Relax your neck, your jaw. Soften the tongue in your mouth. Relax your eyes, your forehead. The whole of your head becomes relaxed. Now see if you can relax your mind. Any thoughts that arise, just push them to the side. Find your breath. And if that feels hard today, just notice that it feels hard. This is all part of the practice. If you can stay here longer, please do. If you're ready to get on with the rest of your day, hands come together, thumbs up to the third eye. Namaste.